Hey guys, it's Senor, and I wanted to make a quick tutorial on how to get a good respawn on almost any transition, even if it's one of those quote-unquote bad transitions that gives you a respawn way away from the transition. And while I'm doing this in Batman, I still want to make this video because it applies to a lot of other games as well, like TCS, LHA1, LSW2, and the list goes on. So I'll do a quick example in Zeus Company, and I'll give you guys the setup at least because it's a very, very precise trick, and it's all based on timing, and it's just pretty difficult in general. But I want this to spark some maybe trick hunting ideas from other people across the community on different games. And while it's difficult, it's still possible. So I just wanted to make a quick video showing it. So first, the setup. So I want to use this transition right here. But one thing about Batman, specifically about Batman, and maybe some other LEGO games as well, is you cannot attack your player 2, which you need to do for the skip itself, or for the trick itself, to do this. But with enemies around, you cannot attack player 2. So quickly, in this section, for example, there's just these 3 enemies, you can kill them. A good alternative, though, if there's just 1,000 enemies in this room, and you're just, like, struggling to, be able to kill them all, and they just keep coming in. Reloading the previous room, actually, well, in this level, in this case, it's actually not good because there's enemies, but reloading the previous room in some scenarios is good because there's no enemies there, so you get some quick hits there on player 2. But now the actual setup itself. So now once all the enemies are dead, and you want to drop in P2 and hit them down to 1 heart. And actually, before I do the full actual setup, I just want to show you this transition specifically. Normally, this is the normal transition skip. You kill them right up against the barrier here. I'll do that again. You normally kill them right up against the barrier here, which is right about here. And the way to get a transition skip is get them to respawn exactly where you killed them, and you push them by the transition, which in this scenario, oh no, he respawns back here. And this is really a tutorial about just specifically these transitions, where they don't spawn actually on the transition. So anyways, back to the trick to getting the respawn. So what we want to do is hit him down to the last hit before he dies, which in Batman, it's 7 hits. In other games, it's less. But Batman, it's 7. So first, you get him there, then drop him out. Then push him all the way up against the transition and re-drop back in. He's all the way up there. So if you're in story, you can punch from a distance, being safe not to punch him through the transition, so punching him from a distance. Or if you're in free play or have access to a player with a gun, and you can shoot him from a distance, it's much safer. So what you want to do is shoot him and kill him. Keep him dropped in and time it so right as he respawns, the instant he respawns, you pause and drop out. This is the tough timing part of it. So you shoot him, run up against it like a normal transition skip, and you try and pause and time it for the dropout. And like I said, I'm probably not going to be getting it even in this tutorial because it's very, very difficult timing, and I was a little late on that dropout there, but I just want to give a good example of it. As you can see, he respawned there, and as I showed before, this transition doesn't actually give good respawns. And I'll give a good example here of if you drop out, if you, hit the pause button too early before he respawns, and drop out. So if you do it too early, see, bad respawn. But the thing is, you have to time it very precisely, and I'll try to get an attempt that's pretty close right before I finish this video to actually getting it. But it's a very tough timing. My bad for reloading the room so many times. You really just need to drop out and push him manually. Shoot him from a distance, run up against the transition, and try and time it. And see, this is a good example. My positioning was way off with Joker, with P1. It's going to take time to get used to the positioning and whatnot of the transition skip, but see how he got a respawn there and I was able to drop him out? So I was actually able to get a push if I was a little closer to him. But yeah, that's the general idea. So what you want to do is kill him when player 2's dropped in, and then time it so you drop him out the instant he respawns. And kind of, have player 1 up against player 2 so he can actually push him past the transition in the meantime. Thank you guys for watching this quick tutorial, and I hope you guys can use this to find some skips in other games or Batman and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching.